Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I set up my summer bullet journal as well as my June spread. So the reason why I have a summer bullet journal as opposed to one all year is because during the semester at school I just have too much going on and not much time to be able to make spreads, so the summertime is when I really get a chance to have a creative outlet, and it just gives me a chance to process my thoughts. I tend to get really lazy in the summer, so having the visual really helps me achieve my goals and get things done. So on this page, I'll just include big dates that I already know, and it will also serve as a reference for me to make future monthly spreads. And then the other side of the page, you won't get to see me set up because my camera stopped recording, but it's basically a very good cheat sheet for me to be able to reference what it takes to split up my page into halves, thirds, quarters, etc. Moving on to my summer goals and to-dos, this also was something that was cut out, but I'm just labeling each of my boxes. I kept this page very simple with a nice drop shadow, and I really like the way that it turned out. Moving on to my June cover page, so I decided to try something different from what I normally do, and I used my washi tape to do kind of more of a shape. I'm not entirely sure if I like the way it turned out, but I really like this washi tape. I love neutral and earthy colors, and I feel like it's very festive without being too much, like I can handle it. So even though I'm not entirely sure about the design, I think that it's very fitting for June. And there I am just pressing everything down, making sure it doesn't peel up as time goes on. And then I didn't really like what I did with the yellow marker, so I'm going in with a gray and then a black marker to kind of try to help the June stand out more. Moving on to my June spread, I kept it very simple, and I used the washi tape from the cover page, and I actually use it to fix a little mistake you see there. But hey, it's okay. In my opinion, a flawed bullet journal is a true bullet journal. Don't get me wrong, I love the perfect, pristine bullet journals, but personally, that will never be me, but that's okay. If you're just starting out bullet journaling, I highly suggest that you invest in a clear ruler. And if you already bullet journal, and if you haven't used a clear ruler already, you absolutely should. It's so nice. You could see everywhere you're going, everywhere you're marking, what's going on under there. It's so nice. I love it so much. And then I always like to have a notes section so that I can add things as the month goes on, things I need to do and such. And then I'd love to have a next month area so that it helps me set up my next spread. Moving on to my finance page, this has been working so well for me. I love this page. It just helps me organize what I have due every month and when. So here I am just setting up a small little reference calendar. And then at the bottom, I set up all of my finances by the topic, which is as expense, and then the amount that it is, and then the date that it's due, and then I have a little place where I can check when I've paid it. And then the thing I love most about this calendar is I use my gel pens to signify when I get my paychecks and then when these particular bills are due. So then it helps me budget and think about how much money is coming out of my paycheck and how much I have left over after that. And then on the other side, I just have a very simple expense tracker that goes weekly. Moving on to my favorite pages in my whole bullet journal. This is my lunar calendar, thoughts and reflection pages. So basically, this is just a calendar that has the entire moon phase of the month, The reason I have this in my bullet journal is, as a lot of people find out, I love astrology, I love planetary alignments and all that jazz. I read my horoscope every day, every month, every week, whatever. And so it just helps me keep track of when the full moon is, when the new moon is, and all of the in-between. And then the thoughts and reflection side just keeps track of goals that I have during the new moon and reflections upon those goals during the full moon. I also really like to charge my crystals during the new and full moon, so it's just a good reference point for me, especially when I make my weekly spreads. So right here I am just adding little doodles, stars, moons, and stuff like that. And then here I am sketching each of the moons, different phases as the month goes on. I just looked this up on Google and copied it. And then I labeled when the new moon happens and when the full moon happens. And then using my Tombow dual brush pen in a gray color, I'll list it down below as well as all the other supplies I used in this video. But I'm just using this marker to fill in the areas that represent the shadows during the moon phases. Moving on to my weekly spread, I kept with the washi tape theme, and I put it on the top and the bottom, but in a thinner way, and I just used my X-Acto knife very lightly. If you have a very thick paged bullet journal, this is very easy to accomplish, but if you have very thin paged paper in your bullet journal, I would recommend doing this on another surface before you add it so that you don't cut through the pages. So now I'm just setting up my habit tracker for the week. I don't really like to include this in my monthly for some reason. I like being able to see it every day of the week and fill it out. It's just easier to see in regards to my everyday spread. But anyway, I'm just filling that all out. And then at the bottom, I have my task section. So throughout the week, every day, I will take a look at the task section and think about how I want to divide the time within my day, and I'll pick certain things from that list to do. So here at the front, I'm just setting up my key for my bullet journal. And you can figure this out as you please, whatever works for you. So here is my final flip through for the setup of my summer bullet journal, as well as my June monthly spread. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. There's a lot more to come, and I'm super excited to share everything with you. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!